YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Welcome to my review for, I almost said Mighty Morphin issue 10, for Power Rangers issue 10. So, this was an interesting issue that seems to be leading us towards a very unconventional choice for our new Blue Omega Rangers. So let's do a quick recap and then discuss. But basically, last issue we left off knowing we were going to be following the Cat... Crap, I forgot his name. Let me look it up. Hold on a sec. Alright, Yale. Just one of those characters I never bothered to learn the name of. I do that all the time. Anyway, I'll probably still call it the Cat a lot during this review. But anyway, we're following Yale as on sort of this quest that's being narrated by what is pretty much presumably the Blue Emissary. And basically you have him saving these kids, and these kids hear about the Morphin Masters and all these artifacts they may have left behind and are going to investigate it. And they get attacked, and Yale saves them, and it draws this parallel to when he saved this kid when he was younger, and they kind of have these flashbacks that deal into his backstory a little bit. You get to see, when he was younger, when he was like a cub and he was the runt of the litter, when he saved this boy. You also get to see when he was recruited by Kia and the other rogue Morphin mutants or whatever they were back in the day. And it just sort of draws this parallel between his desire to save this boy and the boy he's saving now. It leads him to finding the Blue Omega Morpher. And again, the Blue Emissary is narrating, saying, perhaps this is why my form is still staying around. And the Blue Emissary is on the cover, so you know it's him. And at the very end, Yale finds... I got the name right, there we go, not the cat. Yale the cat finds the Blue Omega Morpher. So it kind of strongly hints that the cat is going to become the Blue Omega Ranger. So I have some thoughts. Before we get to the main idea of Yale being the new Blue Ranger, guys, I'm the new Blue Ranger! Or how he would say it, meow. So first of all, I just want to say I think this was a solid issue. Just self-contained, not thinking about my thoughts on the idea of this Cat Ranger and any other things. I just thought it was a very solid, decent put-together issue in terms of the narrative. I liked the way it was written. I liked the art. I liked the style of it. I just liked the general story. I found it to be a solid story. Doing the rating kind of early, but I'd give it a 3 out of 5. I just self-contained again, just speaking about the story. I thought it was a good issue. Just a solid issue. But other little tidbits I wanted to just talk about before we get to the main meat of the issue. As far as the kids talking about the Morphin Masters and stuff they left behind and then the Morphin Masters mysteriously disappeared, I think that's possibly something cool of something larger that's going on. Before this Unlimited Power arc started, they discussed that this upcoming arc would deal into the origins of the Power Rangers and stuff like that. And we've gotten little hints here and there. I feel it's kind of been sprinkled throughout and been overshadowed by bigger things. But it has been sprinkled. I think the last time we touched on it more directly was when we talked of Edenoi, issues and issues ago. But every now and then there's a little mention of the Morphin Masters and what happened to them. In this one, I believe there was also another mention in the Unlimited Power, not the Unlimited Power, the Edge of Darkness comic with the Phantom Ranger. And I like that. Assuming that this is leading towards some cool origin stuff, I like those little tidbits that we kind of learn, a little thing here, a little thing there, and it might all be leading to a larger picture. I dig that. Also, just flashing back to Kia recruiting the tiger, the cat, Yale, and him rejecting her, just reminded me how much wasted potential I feel there was with Kia's character. I really thought she was an interesting villain, because she's one of those villains that she clearly wound up becoming twisted, but you could see her point from a certain point of view. And I think also the idea of those sort of people that were affected by the grid in different ways than becoming Rangers and basically getting mutant powers was also something interesting. There's a chance they could always bring that back down the road, and I did like the end of the story, but I also feel it was unfortunate that they just used it for the end of the story and that's it. That could have been a really cool ongoing villain for the Omega Rangers and the series period, and the idea of these other characters that get powers from the grid coming back together after Shattered Grid was also a cool idea, because that was the original Omega Rangers mission statement, was to find these grid anomalies. There's no way they found all of them. That kind of reminds me of how every season Legends of Tomorrow has a new type of thing, like anachronisms or historical figures or demons or aliens, and then they just go to a new one the next season. I'm like, there's no way you cleared up all the anachronisms. You spent so much time goofing around. Still love you, Legends. But I'm just saying, that's what it reminded me of. It's a little side tangent, has nothing to do with this, but it just reminded me that I think there was a lot of wasted potential with that particular character and storyline, and seeing Kia again and thinking about a new Blue Omega Ranger just reminded me of that. But now let's talk about the concept here of this Ranger being a Ranger. So, What I like about it is I do like when the comics or anything Power Rangers period does something different, and having an animal ranger would certainly be a first. I mean, yes, we have Doggy Kruger, but he's more like an alien dog, humanoid thing. Cat Manx was just a human with like rubber cat ears. You know, we've had alien rangers and, you know, non-traditional humanoid rangers, but that I can remember, we've never done a full-on animal ranger, and it reminds me a bit of the Anti-Trix in Ben 10 Omniverse. It was the Omnitrix that only animals could use, and they transformed into the animalistic predators of the humans. I think it just reminds me of that, but I like the idea in the sense that it's unique, but I'm not 100% sure I'm on board. Like, I wonder how it's going to work. Maybe there's pictures or spoilers or something out there how it's going to work. I know this has been something that's been speculated on. I try to sort of avoid that. I'm never a spoiler complainer because as far as I'm concerned, once the company puts something out there, it's just information. It's no longer a spoiler. But comics will always annoy me when they give away their biggest plot reveals and press releases, so I kind of try to steer clear of everything I don't need to know. So I don't know if there's any information on how it works, but we don't know whether it's going to look like a cat. Will he turn humanoid, kind of like how Justin grows? I don't know. I'm definitely interested, and like I said, I like that it's unique, but I also think it's kind of a weird choice that I'm excited about it in the sense that I'm curious, but I'm not excited, if that makes any sense. Mainly because I just wanted to see something maybe cooler for the new Blue. I didn't want to see it be Draken. I do want to see Draken Ranger up again at some point, but I didn't want him to be the Blue Omega. There was also another rumor that Yale was going to be the basis of his new power coin, being like an alien tiger, kind of like a mirror of the white tiger. I liked that idea too. I kind of like that idea more. But setting that aside, I didn't want it to be Draken. There's some people that thought it was going to be Billy because of what's going on with Mighty Morphin. Not sure I would have wanted that either. I'm not sure what I wanted, but I just have mixed feelings on this. I'll just say that I like that it's something unique, but it's not something I would have done. Like, we'll see how I feel after the fact once it happens and once the story's over, but if I had the power to choose differently, I might. But yeah, I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this potentially first really unique Ranger. What do you think it's going to look like? What do you want it to look like? And I do like the idea of playing with different types of Ranger looks too, because we've played with that a little bit in the comics with the coinless world, with the idea of a stretched power coin. You know, a main power coin is like a pure Ranger power, and then they stretched it out to the centuries, and then in the Draken New Dawn arc, they stretched the power out amongst everyone, and then it gave them these really unique medieval Ranger forms. So I like with playing with unique forms like this, and this has the potential for that, but I don't know. But like I said, let me know in the comments. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If I miss steps, ring that bell so you get notifications for all my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.